You're listening to Tripod, a podcast produced by Tricycle Creative to help safely navigate creative business owners through the worlds of digital marketing, strategic content creation, and business growth. Host Ross Erosion is a marketing consultant, content creator, and entrepreneur who brings you helpful tips, social media updates, inspiring interviews, and his own unique perspective on how to tell your story and grow your business. So if you're interested in being a better marketer, business owner, or creator, sit back, relax, and let's get pedaling.
So this week I came across Sprout Social's new report. They published the latest listing of the best times to post to each of the major social media platforms. And this is based on their, they quote, 20,000 plus customer base, who you should probably know are mostly businesses. I think we're talking about this in the scope of business, so that makes sense. But wanted to set that up to start with, that this is mostly probably business accounts. This is always a question I'm asked. When's the best time to post on social? Like there's some sort of magic time, right? The golden hour, if you will. In photography, you have what's called a golden hour. It's like right before sundown. It's when like pictures can be their most picturesque and beautiful. Like there's this golden hour on social media that the reason why maybe your posts aren't doing so well is not because of the content or because of the audience, that it's just purely a function of time. It's not. Time is a factor, right? And we're gonna go through that today with the learnings from these 20,000, but I'm presenting this with a preface, an introduction, in telling you that time and when you post is only one of the factors that can lead to social media success or failure. So, with that, let's jump in. Hey, if you're new to Tripod, it would be awesome if you subscribed. Maybe you're just checking out this one episode, but I have a ton of other episodes full of super helpful digital marketing and business growth tips, interviews, content, strategies. So if you're new here, or even if this isn't your first go around, it would be awesome if you subscribe to the podcast. So thank you so much. All right, so the four major platforms we're going to go through today from Sprout Social's best time to post are the biggies: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and we'll do them in that order. And I'll present kind of the highlights of each, along with some commentary. And you can then take that for whatever it's worth, which hopefully is a lot. I'm going to tell this to you. Let all of these findings inform your social strategy, but not dictate your social strategy. Okay, that's important. Inform, but not dictate. So if you're scheduling posts, yes, take into consideration some of the information I'm going to share with you from this Sprout Social report. But you don't have to exclusively live and die by these times and only post in these times. All right, let's start with Facebook. So their report found the best times to post on Facebook are on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Okay. Monday between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. also, they say, looks pretty good. So there is a range of engagement times there you can kind of tweak. Sprout says the weekends are the worst times to post, right? And I think that makes sense. I've seen that with my own stuff. And I think you might think as a business, oh, it's what people have more time and that kind of thing. Yeah, but they have more time to do other things. They're doing other things, right? So I think that's important to think about. There was also another report that was done earlier this year by a group called Blog to Social. And they found that weekend had some better engagement, right? So take this with a little bit of a grain of salt, but I would say generally speaking, weekends are not the best time. Okay. But I'm not sitting here telling you that is the gospel. You should start this by looking at your own social stats and engagement, and maybe even run a test for a week or two once I share this information with you, and just schedule the post normally, and then you can schedule it using these recommended times and just see if it moves the needle for you. So again, that's Facebook recommended, or not recommended. The best times, I'm using air quotes here, best times, according to Sprout Social, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Now we move to Instagram. Quickly becoming one of my favorite platforms to post. There are so many different types of formats. It can be intimidating and frustrating maybe, and confusing and scary. But once you understand them, I'm loving them. I'm killing it. Little humble brag here. I'm doing really well. I'm enjoying Reels. I never thought I'd be saying that, but I'm really enjoying Reels. It's where I'm getting the most engagement, tons of engagement, in the thousands of plays, right, and impressions and engagement. So this is not part of the Sprout Social thing, but I'm going to tell you, if you're not using Reels, Instagram is clearly investing in pushing Reels. So get on it. All right. Sprout says that Tuesdays between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. are the best times to post on Instagram. Now, again, weekends, not so hot. But I think this also was a big part. I started this whole thing telling you these are mostly probably business accounts, Sprout Social users. But I think it does depend on your business too. If you're only open on the weekends, well, maybe it would be good if you're doing live content. That's the other thing too, right? You don't schedule live content. That's not a factor here. But live content could be the thing that maybe helps you improve weekend engagement, that kind of thing. So let me repeat. Instagram, Tuesdays between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. It probably comes as no surprise to you that Instagram is the favorite social media platform among creative business owners. Instagram also continues to find new and interesting ways for small businesses to generate revenue, promote their products, their service, their expertise. But Instagram does have a major limitation: external links. They won't work in your captions, and you can only use them in stories if you have a large follower count. Sure, they give you link in bio, but that's just one link. Problem solved with Solo.to. Solo.to is one bio link for everything. When you create a Solo.to account, you can showcase tons of links for your business. And if you're a creator like me, you can even embed music, videos, and podcasts right there on Instagram from your favorite platforms. Want to see Solo.to in action? Head on over to Tricycle Creative's Instagram account @HelloTricycle and click the link in our bio. Solo.to offers a free plan to get you started, and you can upgrade for as little as $1 a month. Use the referral link in this episode's description and in the show notes, and you can save 10% off any upgrade package within 48 hours of signing up. Solo.to. It's one bio link for everything. Next up, the platform that almost all of my creative businesses struggle with, and that's Twitter. I tell people, and if you've listened to this show, to Tripod, you've probably heard me say this before, Twitter has a tremendous amount of upside, but it requires a lot of attention. It's the neediest, if you will, of the platforms. Because Twitter, I think, to really come off as impactful, it is so tied around conversation. So you can't just show up on Twitter, drop something in there, and then be like, all right, see you later. And you can kind of get away with that a little bit more on Facebook and Instagram, right? Where you can post something, kind of walk away. But Twitter really requires conversation, and that's its strength. But that's also, I think, one of the biggest challenges that people have, that creative business owners have with using Twitter. All right. Now, Sprout says that Wednesdays between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. are the best days to post your tweets, while Tuesday to Thursday between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. has a high engagement time. So Wednesdays between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., and this is Tuesday to Thursday. I'm going to assume Tuesday and Thursday. Let's just do that, right? Tuesday and Thursday between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. So kind of early in the morning, hitting people early. I get this data. Twitter, just unlike the other ones, if you're really going to be successful at Twitter, you're going to be posting and engaging a lot over the course of a day, over the course of a week. So much like everything else on here, take this with, I think this particular piece of data has the largest grain of salt that you want to apply to it. Last but certainly not least, it is LinkedIn. It's one of my faves. If I were going to order these, let me see here. If I was going to order these, probably Instagram, LinkedIn. Oh, God, I hate to put Facebook next, but I might have to. Facebook, Twitter. That's my personal list. Doesn't have to be yours, but that's just where I'm at. So with LinkedIn, business platform, I think it makes sense that we're probably going to see the same trend continued here, that weekends are going to be no good. Tuesday through, this is weirdly written. I didn't pre-read this particular piece. So Tuesday through Thursday between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Best times to post on LinkedIn. Kind of interesting because LinkedIn itself recently reported that Monday is the best day of the week to send an in-mail. And that's not necessarily engagement, if you will. It's like a direct message on LinkedIn, sending someone an in-mail. So just think about that. If you're looking to connect with someone directly through LinkedIn, you may want to think about doing it on Monday, which is really actually quite surprising to me because Monday's always just like such a freaking blur. But LinkedIn themselves, they're going to look at their own data. So if you're sending someone something directly, Monday is the best day. Maybe it's also to the point of before, the shit hits the fan during the week, get it in their inbox. But when it comes to posting, Tuesday through Thursday between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. So there you have it, the takeaways from Sprout Social's best times to post on the 4 major social media accounts: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Hope you found this helpful. Again, let it inform, not dictate, your strategy. If you're looking for more digital marketing, business growth tips, strategies, walkthroughs, recommendations, obviously this podcast is a great place, but we also have a YouTube channel. It's at youtube.com/Tricycle Creative. So you can pop on over there and get all this goodness, plus a whole lot more, because you can see it and hear it. So that's a dream. All right, everyone. Until next time, I encourage you, keep pedaling.
Thanks for listening to Tripod. Be sure to subscribe and rate the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, Stitcher, or wherever you listen. For show notes and past episodes, go to tripodpodcast.com. Connect with Tricycle Creative on social media at Hello Tricycle and learn more about how we can help you with your marketing at tricycle-creative.com.